welcome Solex Nation. We are just coming back from the most wonderful weekend where we had our leadership retreat with all of our platinums and higher.
You know, I love them anyways, but it was so great just to see everybody and hugs and talk and do all the things that we did. We went to a play outside.
We did.
It was great.
Well, let's take a look at it.
Infinity map.
No. It starts with a G. Not hounding, but
grounding.
It was really important for me to be here at the leadership retreat this weekend because I truly value spending time with my colleagues, those who are leading this company and making a difference in this world.
I have newly ranked up to platinum. I just knew there would be so much wisdom and experience, plus such an honor to even be invited.
This year we've done a lot of one-on-ones where we are working with different scenarios, so it's been really nice to brainstorm with other like-minded people.
So being in a room with leaders like this is powerful.
I've learned so much about myself, and so yesterday we did an exercise around negotiating and communication, and it really gave me some information about myself that I need to work on also.
To see what their success, because we know success leaves clues, and I wanted to get as many clues as I could to help build my business and my team.
Frequency optimize.
Quick scan.
anytime that we spend with the leaders and with corporate, it seriously is just such an amazing opportunity, learning from the best.
They really mix it up as well, which I absolutely love. There's a lot of learning, a lot of connecting together, and a lot of fun and a lot of play as well. So it's been absolutely incredible.
But all the learning, training, and education that I'm getting about all the Solex products.
I would not drive 21 hours in the heat for no good reason. These kinds of events are valuable, where we can come and grow personally and professionally.
It's just a completely different feel, and just to have that camaraderie and support and exchange of ideas, the great energy.
There has been so much amazing collaboration here at the leadership event. I would not miss this event for anything.
And just connect on a deeper level that you don't really get from Day of Discovery. If you want to be a part of this community, if you are wanting to grow your team, I highly recommend that you do the things that you need to do to up your rank so that you can be a part of this, because it is just truly such a special experience.
Kept your own count. This is it. 68 points. You guys did a wonderful job. But Team 2, 74 points.
We love these events. I'm already looking forward to next year's.
You know, speaking of events, somebody did an event down in Panama, and we had somebody down there send us great pictures and images of that event. I love this. People are just all over the world doing stuff.
Doing events,
and
I love it when they show us what they're doing. It's so fun to see, but great job, great event. Okay, we have some end of the month announcements that we need you to be aware of.
Yeah, normal end of the month stuff. It's time to pull your reports. If you're a QLA and you're tracking your business, it's a great day to just go in and pull the report, export them, and then you can download them later on.
That's right. Another end of the month announcement is we have 4 more days of our Summer Lovin sale. So it's the whole spend $500, get $250 free, spend $250, get $100 free. We've never done anything like that before.
That's a big one, and there's a lot going on there. And so yeah, take advantage of it. We don't know when that one's gonna come around again, if it will.
That's right.
We also, not only at the end of the month, but end of a quarter.
Yes.
And so we have our Enroll 3, Enroll 6, and then what we had recently just announced, if you actually enroll 9, you double the benefits of enrolling 6. Those are huge. Right. Just a reminder, Enroll 3, you get $50. Enroll 6, you get $250 plus the $50. That's $300 total. And if you get to 9 or more, you actually double that to 600. There's some requirements with that about enrolling somebody with a bundle and a subscription, and the subscription successfully processing. But with all of that, this is real fun. Close the month or close the quarter strong.
Yes, that's a lot of money.
Yep.
All right, tomorrow it is the 27th of June, and we are going to have a Golds and Higher call. That is a Zoom call. It is at 4:00 p.m. Mountain Time, and we will send you an email if you have hit Gold or Higher. We will send you an email tomorrow morning with the Zoom details on that.
Yep, a lot of things there. A new person we're going to show you, and new announcements for the new quarter.
That's right.
And so here we go. We're ending the month. One of the things that's in front of us is the live DOD, the Day of Discovery.
I'm so excited about it.
That's coming up in September. If you want to get tickets, now's the time to get tickets. The price increase goes into effect July 1st. And so save some money on that ticket and get out here and let's have a great time together in September.
That's right. It's going to be an amazing event, and it's just more fun to be here in person. You'll hear about it if you're not here, but it's way more fun to be here. Am I right?
You're right. It's totally true.
All right. We had a contest last week, and we asked you, what's your testimonial really of Blue? What do you love about Blue? And guess what we're going to draw?
Blue.
Oh,
the 3 people.
3 people.
Right?
All right. So let's get the first one. This is Tiffany Rutledge. I love Blue. I feel like it gives me tiger's blood, boundless energy. Shortly after I began taking Blue, I noticed that I had regained my smell that had been gone for over a year due to COVID. Wow. When I take Blue regularly, it relieves anxiety. Ooh, I haven't heard that one before.
No, I love that. But no, well, going back to what I taught last week, and I know long-winded, but there's some real stuff around Blue.
Real science
There's
around
real
Blue.
benefits, and not just biological, neurological, psychological as well. So all of those help. This is from Kelly Webb. I got Blue when I enrolled with Solex. I immediately started using it. I was impressed with the energy boost I felt. I've since purchased the 660 band and more Blue. They are both part of my daily routine. Blue is one supplement I will always continue to use for my health and wellness. Love that, Kelly. Me too.
There's no better combination than Blue with the 660 band.
Yeah, and we can go into why.
Yeah, we probably will someday. Oh my goodness, I have a lot. This is Jan Houghton. I love Shelby's girl math. Thank you. To know what she's talking about.
Saving money.
We're saving you money. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
It's good. I'm very familiar with that type of math and put it to use often. Yes. I have another supplement in capsule form for the mitochondria ATP process that I have been taking several years. When I take Blue, the scanner doesn't show that I need the other capsule form and that Blue is taking care of the ATP process. Money saver.
Love that.
The scanner.
It's a big deal.
The supplement library and the scanner, I can't stress enough how wonderful that is, but I love that Blue is taking care of that problem for you.
Yeah, and hopefully because of the way it's made, it's a lower stress on the body, in addition to obviously not stressing it with more things that maybe you don't need right now.
That's right.
Right?
Well, congratulations, all 3 of you. We will get Blue in the mail to you. Okay, we have our top enrollers for last week, and this is June 17th to the 23rd, and we do not have any ties.
No ties. No ties. Sadly, in second place is Simmons Holistic Inc.
Hold on a second. Simmons Holistics Inc. is in second place. She brought on 5 new people last week.
Yeah, if she would have tried more. If she just would have tried a little harder.
Luckily, she thinks that's funny, I think.
Yeah, Dory, is it Capredi? Capredi?
I think so. Capredi.
Dory, I'm sorry. I've never been really good with saying names.
But congratulations to you. You are in first place with 9 people brought on last week. It takes a lot to knock Simmons Holistics out of first.
Yeah, great job, Dory. You're going to get a Solex Silver coin. That means you're part of the legacy group, and we're actually running pretty darn low on those.
We are almost out of coins, and that means you're part of the legacy group, and guess what? At Day of Discovery, you get to come to the legacy dinner, and that's a big deal. We're going to do some fun things there. All right, well, thanks for getting through these announcements with us, and we're going to move on now to Deb Bruce.
So let's jump into the other HomeoEnergetic remedies that we have not covered yet. And for those of you that this is the first time that you've watched about the HomeoEnergetix, I encourage you to go back and look at the other Wednesday night calls that covered the other remedies. Keep in mind that I'm just covering some of the highlights of the remedies, just to give you get your feet wet, and just as a reminder to some of you that have been using them all along. And keep in mind too that the remedies can be imprinted in various different ways, into the sugar pills, into bases that have some organic vodka and purified water, brandy and purified water. Lauren's talked about putting it into jewelry before. The imprint of the HomeoEnergetix can be combined with other things that you are imprinting, and you can use them with complete confidence that they are going to support the body with what they are intended for, and that you will see good results with the people that you're working with, or with yourself if you're working with them on yourself. So let's dive in. The first one that I'm going to talk about is Female Endo Support Plus. You can see it on the screen here. It's for endocrine imbalance. And it's really, really valuable because, as you see on the next PDF, the next list, it supports organs that have to do with hormones. And it supports a lot of functions of the endocrine system, like metabolism, reproduction, development, emotions, moods, sexual function. When you think about the last few years and all the stress that everybody has been through, I have just seen so many women that are just really needing support with their endocrine system as a whole, all the different parts of it, the hypothalamus, the pituitary, the ovaries, the adrenals, the pancreas, the thyroid, just needing overall support. And this is a remedy that can help with that. You're going to see a PDF that you can look for areas that need support as far as the adrenals are concerned, looking and seeing if there's imbalances. The next PDF is of the thyroid, which you can check also and see if it's needing support. And for a lot of you that are new, you're going to go to your mobile scanner where it says Cephi and go to HomeoEnergetix under there. And there you will have the general remedy as it was put into the scanner. And it will have a baseline from about 6x to 200C. And the brain will be able to pick out of there what frequencies it needs to balance the areas that are out of balance energy frequency-wise and need a little bit of help to move and edge gently towards that gold standard of a healthy frequency. For those of you that have done phase 3, you have the ability to customize the remedies, and that is actually in the category that has been activated after phase 3 that says HomeoEnergetix in the menu on your mobile scanner. I'll talk more about that later. The next one is His and Hers Endo Reproductive Support. This is from a different angle. This is one where, if you look at the list on the next slide, it's about fertility support for males and females. Estrogen, testosterone, having production of healthy eggs, just support the reproductive organs as a whole. And it also helps with the balance of the glands that have to do with reproduction, the hypothalamus, the pituitary, the ovaries, the testes. So this is a very good remedy to use when there are couples that are trying to have a baby and just either have tried for a while and aren't having success, or are just deciding to try and are wanting some energetic support of those areas. And then, of course, you would also look for how your scanner would show up that you could support them from the physical aspect of building up their body and getting it where they're able to have a healthy pregnancy and a very healthy child, baby, when it's born. So that's a very important remedy for when people are wanting to get pregnant. You have a PDF of the reproductive of female that is involved with that remedy. And then again, the adrenals are heavily involved. And then the next PDF for the thyroid. And then don't underestimate the role that the gut takes in your different clients getting to be able to have a baby as well. The gut is very, very important. The gut's very important with the neurotransmitters, for one. The gut's very important in breaking down and getting the nutrients to the areas that you're trying to support with the remedies. So don't underestimate the role of the gut as far as having to have it be very healthy when somebody, both male and female, are trying to get where they can have a baby. The next one is menopause support. And I think all of us just realize that there are a lot of women that just particularly need support during this transition in their life. There are some women that just breeze right through it. And I know my mom and I, it was 1 year, no hot flashes, no mood changes. I think the only thing that happened was I warmed up a little bit. I didn't have to wear socks to bed. I had no problem with menopause whatsoever. And I was 46 when I went through menopause in just 1 year. But that made it where I didn't quite understand why all these other women were having such difficulty, and getting involved in this field and doing the research and seeing just the day-to-day struggle that a lot of women have with the ups and downs, with the mood swings, with the hot flashes, just in general. This remedy is very, very supportive when somebody is in menopause. It has the support for the changes from all of the different energy patterns that have been put into it. And then it also, just like all the other remedies, it has all of the herbal frequencies, all of the things that support that way as well. Here again, you would want to make sure that with your scan that you were narrowing down things like heavy metals, chemicals, food sensitivities, all the things that come up in the different reports after phase 2 and phase 3 that really helps you help not only the ones that are trying to have a baby, but the ones that are past those years where the women are just going through some difficulty with menopause. And even if somebody senses that they're starting with menopause, you can start, even if they haven't started having difficulties with it, you can put them on this as support. And it will just also help them have some smooth sailing through that time period that they're going through. It not only supports the full difficult period of menopause, but it also helps with perimenopause and postmenopause. So that whole transition in a woman's life, it just does excellent support for. And it's something that if you had it in a remedy where it was a vodka or brandy base with the purified water, you could always scan it into the mobile scanner and have it, the app, and just have it be that they were able to test each day to see if they needed it, how much they needed, whatever, on a day-to-day basis in order to be able to use it. The next one is prostate support. It always kind of, I've said this in a talk before, it always kind of tickles me that a lot of times I'll have wives kind of drag their husbands in, and and they get tested and whatever, and they're just kind of sitting there, and yeah, they're kind of interested, yeah, and then I'll get to the prostate, and all of a sudden their interest peaks up. It happens every single time. It's almost comical, but a lot of men are concerned about their prostate health, because if you think about it, there's just a lot of times where men get into their 40s, their 50s, and they start having a little bit of a problem as far as like urination at night. They have friends of theirs that are older that have unfortunately come down with prostate cancer or prostatitis. There's just a lot of concern there. So this is one that energetically supports the prostate gland. So anytime that you do a scan of the male reproductive and you see that there are 1s or 9s, or it's starting to energetically show that there's just an imbalance there, this would be a really good one to start on. And then again, make sure that the male is taking a good multivitamin. Make sure that the male is taking possibly some herbs that support the reproductive organs. Make sure that you have the physical components like we've talked about before that complement the energetic components so that they can work together to keep that entire reproductive system where it's more in that gold standard frequency range that you're wanting to accomplish. So that's a really valuable one for men. The next slide shows you Camo C+. This is an amazing remedy to support the immune system. Actually physically getting a hold of Camu in its whole form is just an amazing way to boost the immune system. And then this one energetically has all of the components to even support that more. It's just a really, really good remedy for the immune system. You can see the list here where it brings out that it supports serotonin. It helps reduce C-reactive protein markers. Anybody that you see a lot of inflammation in the body, this particular remedy would be a good support for starting to reduce inflammation. And then the immune system as a whole is just a great energetic remedy. Here again, look at your scanner for the areas that are needing support with possibly detoxing viruses, heavy metals, chemicals, molds, fungus, looking at the food sensitivities, boosting the body from the reports physically, but then also providing the superior way of supporting them energetically with the HomeoEnergetix. The next one is Graviola immune support. On a cellular level, Graviola is amazing. It is one of the things that has proven to be very effective even in cancer cases, as far as almost literally shredding, helping the body shred cancer cells. In fact, the caution has been given in years past that you don't give it to somebody that has brain tumors, because when the Graviola can be so effective that there's swelling in the areas that the physical, actual Graviola plant is doing its work. This is the energetic form of Graviola. So you would be able to use it to support the immune system anytime that there was need for support. And you can see that the following PDF is showing that if you have human cell where you start to see areas that are indicating immune deficiency, or the next one with the blood cells, that you could jump right in with this energetic, HomeoEnergetic, to boost the immune system and help it to support the functions that the immune system needs to do, while at the same time you're scanning to see what other possibilities there are that need support. And then body system support. Body system support, I've listed every time that I do anything with the HomeoEnergetix, because all 9 body systems, this remedy, the amount that was put into this and programmed into it and scanned into it and whatever, it's just huge. It's absolutely huge. But it's able to completely support all 9 body systems. So a lot of people have been coming up as needing this after going through the whole situation with COVID. A lot of people, when they're going through severe emotional stress, if they've lost a job, they're going through a divorce, they're moving, they've had death of a loved one in the family. This is one that you want to think of as your go-to as far as the actual body systems to be able to show energetic support. And at the same time, you guys know all the other components that are in your scanner. You've got your mind sync that would work so well with this. You've got the inner voice. You have the playlists that you can create. You have body systems, your easy scan. You have a toolkit that has everything in it that you need to actually help somebody in all of these different situations. And this is just one that you want to kind of tuck in your back of your mind as being very valuable for being supportive. The next PDF, I'm actually going to read this one. This was a question that came in on a Facebook site. And I scrolled through that a lot just to see what you guys are concerned about. I reworded it a little bit so it would be a little bit more broad-ranged of a question, but I thought it was excellent. And it said, in watching the video for HomeoEnergetix, it says that the frequency for adrenals is ready for a virus detox. You can go ahead and give it. A virus detox for the liver would be a different frequency. So what if you don't have the new phase 3 HomeoEnergetix and you have just been using HomeoEnergetix through the basic CEPI program? The basic CEPI program doesn't scan and break down what parts of the body that are ready and which ones are not. Could you be doing more harm than good by using the HomeoEnergetix just through the CEPI program? And if you're not doing harm, then why bother unlocking phase 3 for HomeoEnergetix and be so specific with the percentages and the number 5? That's a very excellent question. By the way, you guys, keep the questions coming because I really like to answer the ones on Wednesday night calls. So on the next slide, you see a very simple statement, 1x to 10,000 mm. This really pretty much answers the whole question. When you are in the CEPI section and you go to HomeoEnergetix, if you look at a bottle that you get of homeopathics, like at Whole Foods or a health food store or whatever, it's going to basically have 6x to 200C in it. It's like a range that is in different homeopathics. And that's knowing that the brain has the capability when you take homeopathics to kind of pick and choose and use and ignore the frequencies that it needs to do. And the brain's very brilliant that way. So when you're using the one from the Sethi category, for those of you that haven't gone through phase 3 yet, have full confidence that you can use those remedies with all the different body parts, and the brain is going to use that basic range to target and to the body's benefit, use the remedy. Now, when you get into phase 3, it's a whole different ballgame, That phase 3 unlocks a huge program that runs in the background from 1x to 10,000 mm. And that is like 1x just being energetically, and 10,000 mm is so fast that it's probably past the speed of light. It's just huge, okay? Now, after phase 3, what happens is you've scanned, you've optimized, the body is in the background, the brain has gone through the different 18 categories of causes. It sees what's wrong. It sees the energetic patterns of what's going on. And then when you go into that HomeoEnergetix and you pick something that had 1s and 9s and it brings up the top priorities, the reason it's doing that is the brain has specifically picked out the exact frequencies that are needed for that body part, okay? It doesn't mean it's going to harm any other body part if you use it. The brain's going to direct those frequencies to help that body part, and it completely customizes it. It's just a phenomenal ability that you have to energetically benefit the body, okay? Now, you'll see on the next slide, here's an example, HomeoEnergetix analysis results. It was for somebody with the liver. And if you look down, female endocrine support plus that we just talked about a few minutes ago, it's saying 94% benefit, very low stress, ideal, okay? And then at the same time, it gives you 2 other big pieces of information. There's some heavy metals bothering that liver that the brain is giving complete permission to give the remedies that it's picked out in the background to start working with that. And then, now that stress has been a huge component in their life because it's asking for the anti-stress support. Now, it's a lower percentage of benefit. You could choose to give it or not give it. Knowing their particular situation, sometimes even if the benefit is lower, I will do a remedy for them or imprint it into something. Very low stress and ideal also. You get a lot of information from these slides. In fact, the next one shows you even get information when it says it's not ideal. The next one was reproductive for a female. And if you look, Epstein-Barr virus is a big reason why there's a problem. An Epstein-Barr virus is like a sniper. Frequencies for Epstein-Barr in the body have been shown to cause shingles, can cause symptoms of RA, multiple sclerosis, all kinds of Hashimoto's, all kinds of different things. Well, this person reproductive, that Epstein-Barr, the frequency for it, most likely from having had mono in the background of their life, starting to raise its ugly head. So 89% beneficial, 2% stress. Yeah, that's something that the brain has picked out the exact frequencies from 1x to 10,000 mm to help that liver. It's not going to hurt anything else in the body. It's just going to be targeted by the brain for that liver. Now, if you did Epstein-Barr in just the regular Sethi program, it would be 6x to 200C, and the brain could pick out what it needed to start to help the liver. But it's nothing like using the HomeoEnergetix after phase 3 and being able to completely target what the brain has decided is safe, tolerable, effective. Please use it. It's like it's asking for a machine gun to go after the problem. It's just I wore my heart pendant today. I love this program. That's why I wore it. It's absolutely so effective and so beneficial for you to use. So here, body system support. Remember I said that that's the go-to for what? When somebody's been through a death, a divorce, lost their job, has to move, stress. Well, look at the liver. Maybe they're wanting to have a baby and the Epstein-Barr is raising its ugly head and the whole body is just needing support, including the liver, in order to start having that reproductive system perform properly. And then the bottom one, mold and fungus. Here's another one. Now notice this one. It's a 4. It's not completely ideal, okay? Personally, I would not give that one. I tell the person I'm working with, this is some information. The brain's saying, don't give it to me yet until it's a 5, but this is some information. We've got some frequencies for mold and fungus. Let's go look at the report from your scan and see if there's some candida. See if there's been exposure to some black mold. See if there's a lot of aspergillus from produce. Let's see what's bothering, that particular reproductive system. And you've got that information because you've taken phase 3 and you unlocked the whole database. So use the fact that you've unlocked the whole database as a complement to the fact that you've been unlocked the ability to customize the remedies. So in summary, you've got new support. You've got the ability to detox assistance, after you do phase 3. You have the ability to support the body as a whole. And you can do these things even if you haven't gone through all of phase 3, just by giving the remedies out of the CEFI portion of the HomeoEnergetix. You're still doing these things. And then after unlocking that ability, you can customize the frequencies. So just, dig into your scanner, dig into learning as much as you can possibly learn. Get it to the point that you're not afraid to say, I don't know. I can check it out for you. And start going into those HomeoEnergetix, whether it's in the CEFI program or actually in the Unlocked HomeoEnergetix program. And I can reassure you from years of experience, you are going to start seeing results that you've been looking for, and you will be wonderfully benefiting those people that are coming to you and looking to improve their health. Happy scanning.
So Loran, I hear we're getting rid of something.
It's true. We're going to retire the Alpha 3 passes, Guy.
I think everybody is crying right now as they hear this. The Alpha 3 pass has been such a huge hit.
It has been amazing.
It's a great way for people to have access to try out the scanner before buying or committing to it. Why on earth would you get rid of that?
Because we're going to make it better.
Of course.
Yeah, there we go.
Right? You knew that was a total setup. We're going to, we've heard you, a lot of you have shared, hey, look, 3 days is just not enough, right? We need more time on these. So as of tonight at 10 p.m. Mountain Time, we're gonna roll out a change to existing and future Alpha passes, or what they're going to be called is the AO Scan Sample Pass.
I like that.
Yeah, that branding is gonna take place over the next few days.
Yep.
But how many days is it going to?
6 days.
6 days. No price change, same price, same cost. It's giving everybody 6 days access to try out the AOScan technology before buying it. We've heard you. We hope this comes as an answer to some prayers and even just some requests. And for those that don't even know what an Alpha 3 pass is, don't worry about it. What you need to know is that the AO Sample Pass now is the key to building a business because the return rate is huge. Right, we're getting like 17% conversions on those.
And it's amazing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. For numbers, that's fantastic. So we love that. We love that change. What some of the rules, if they're already issued, they won't convert to the 6 days. But if they haven't been issued and accepted yet, they actually will automatically convert to the 6 days.
Which is great.
Right? Yeah. And then going forward, obviously, everything is there. Now, we're at the end of the call. This week we gave away from last week's call, Blue to everybody. What's the perfect pair to Blue?
The 660 band.
It is the 660 band. We love the 660 band and Blue because of that whole redox function and how red light oxygenates the blood. And it's so powerful, that combination. But we're going to give away some.
We're going to give away 3 660 bands. What do we want, Kai? What do we want to hear from them?
Okay, this is a big deal. Comment on the call, not on the live chat after the call ends. What has been your experience with the 660 band? Give us your testimonial. You know what? I don't care if you already have one and you're submitting for a second one. People can use 2 or 10. All over your body. I would have come on the screen with them strapped around my neck if I could. No, they are so good. They're so powerful. And having that bounce, there's so many things that red light does. And that combination of red light in particular.
You know, and Richard Fallon, he wears, when he travels, he has one on each wrist. And occasionally he puts them on his ankles to help with edema that happens. You know,
oh, right, to get rid of that lag,
Yes.
that experience that you have when you've traveled for a long time and you have to get adjusted to the jet lag.
Yep.
No, that's great. So comment on the call, what's your testimonial with 660 bands? And next week, we're gonna draw 3 names and give away 3 660 bands. Love it, you guys.
See ya.
So Lauren, I hear that we're getting rid of something.
We are, Kai. We're going to retire the, screw it, what is it?
Alpha 3 passes.
Alpha 3.
Alpha 3 passes. We're
That's a good blooper right there.